Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of quick and important information being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Here it says, U.S. redeploys long-range bomber to the Korean Peninsula. And the reason why they're doing this is to take part in joint military exercises with South Korea. So here it says a supersonic B-1B has taken part in joint U.S.-South Korea drills in the wake of North's latest ahchyam test. And if you know anything about North Korea's test, you would know that they shot off a nuclear intercontinental ballistic missile in order to test, how far it can go. And I'm pretty sure the U.S. troops in South Korea was told to take cover or something like that. So, down here we have a U.S. B-1B Lancer long-range strategic bomber has been redeployed to the Korean Peninsula to take part in a joint U.S.-South Korean drill, Seoul's military said on Saturday, as quoted by local media. The announcement came a day after North Korea conducted its latest intercontinental ballistic missile (ICBM) test. Basically. And the reason why North Korea has beef with South Korea is because South Korea have sided with North America, and North Korea does not like the United States of America. They don't want South Korea to have any part or anything to do with the United States of America. So what we're seeing here is, North Korea pretty much doing provocative moves. Furthermore, if we come over here to the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, says this. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Now, the Gentiles in Joel 3, verse 9 is talking about the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs, the Elamites, which are the East Indians, the Hamites, which are the Africans, so-called white people, which are the biblical Edomites. That includes them small hats in the land of Israel. Okay, they come from Amalek, which Amalek is a descendant of Esau. Okay, so the Gentiles of Joel 3 and 9, the Gentiles of Joel 3 and 9 is also talking about the Hawaiians, who are the biblical Japhetic people. Okay, it's also talking about the Moabites, which are Chinese people, the South Koreans, which are also Moabites, the North Koreans, which are also Moabites. Okay, the Taiwanese, which are also Moabites. Well, the majority of them anyway. Okay, and then you got the Japanese, which are the biblical Ammonites. Okay, these are your Gentiles of Joel 3 and 9. So proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. And that's what the United States and South Korea is doing. They're preparing for war by doing these joint military drills. Also, that's what North Korea is doing when they're testing ICBMs. They're preparing for war. So what's happening here is Joel 3 and 9 is coming to pass. Okay? Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. But it's going to, Joel 3 verse 9 is going to continue to come to pass. It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, which those South Koreans, those North Koreans, those are, their military men are mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. You know, and to show you that they are mighty men, they basically train in any weather, hot, the cold, the snow. Okay, they train their men to be mentally tough, while Russia trained their men to be mentally and physically tough. You see, China trained their men to be very, very disciplined and tough. You know, Iran trains their military men to be pain tolerant, mentally tough. So, you know, the military men of these different nations, those are mighty men. Joel 3 and 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Okay, which your plowshare will be, your plowshare and your pruning hooks will be agricultural tools, you know. So in other words, instead of investing into the agricultural side of things within your country, they're saying beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Basically, you know, start investing into the military. You see? And that's what these nations are doing. They're putting their investment into the military, into artillery, into ICBMs. That's why every time you turn around, there's a new ICBM being tested by a country, because that's where they're investing their money into. Let the weak say I am strong. There you go. Let the weak say I am strong. North Korea can say they are strong because they are nuclear capable. But you see how the U.S. is trying to intimidate North Korea by sending their bombers over to the Korean Peninsula. But intimidation is not going to work on those Koreans. Okay, those are a different breed of men. They're not going to just back down because they see bombers, you know, flying through the sky. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. These heathens are the same heathens spoken of in Joel 3 and 9, which are those Gentiles. And gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. The mighty ones of the Lord are the angels. Okay, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Which, when you look up that word Jehoshaphat, it goes back to the Hebrew word Yahweh Shaphat. And why is it called Yahweh Shaphat? For there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about, because the Lord is going to judge all those heathens over there, especially for what they did to the Israelites, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indians. With that, I'm going to say shalom. It's on to the next one.